Hi friends, I hope you have seen or heard that we are offering in-person worship as well as continuing to offer virtual worship. We at PCPC hope you will do what is best for you and your loved ones. McKay and I continue to worship from a distance as we await our baby boy who should be arriving any day now. We so appreciate your kind words and support throughout this season. We have been nesting big time these last few weeks. We are trying to get everything organized, everything cleaned up, everything built and secured as we prepare for this little nugget. But once the house was ready and he still wasn't here, I had to pour my nesting energy into something else. So I have been hard at work in our backyard. My hands have cuts on them, my legs are covered in bug bites, and I have been a sweaty mess. Did you know that Florida yard care looks different than Washington State yard care? In Tacoma, where I grew up, yard care looks like mowing the lawn once every couple of weeks and pulling out these cute little weeds called dandelions. Do we even have dandelions in Florida? They have the little white seedlets that grow in sweet little spheres, and you blow on them and make a wish. In Florida, you have to mow the lawn every other day, and every weed is glued to the center of the earth. Yard work is serious business in Florida. As it turns out, my nesting and this week's gospel text pairs nicely. Pastor John will be walking us through the 20th chapter of Matthew as we read a parable from Jesus describing the kingdom of heaven. In short, a vineyard owner pays workers starting at different intervals throughout the day. At the end of the day, the vineyard owner pays everyone the same wage, regardless if they worked the whole day or just the final hours of the day. And the response is predictable. The ones that worked the whole day are grumbling and calling unfair. And I have to say, I get it. I've spent some time under the hot sun and have been working my own yard. The thought of doing this type of work for longer and getting paid the same as someone who worked only a fraction of the same time seems unjust. This is how the vineyard owner responds to their grumbling. Are you envious because I am generous? We all come to certain conclusions and understandings based on what we think is fair, on what we think we are entitled to, and sometimes those expectations cross over to faith. Might we be bothered by God's boundless grace? Let's not be too quick to answer. I think sometimes we very well could be. The gospel text leads us into the tension between fairness and grace, justice and mercy. As a community of faith, we seek to better understand these themes and hope that you will join us on Sunday as we consider Jesus' words in this parable.